Hi everybody, I am Stephanie with Charmed Southern Home. I'm so glad you are able to join me today. So I am going to be, today's project is we're going to transform this old wooden bobbin into a scarecrow. So I will say hi when you guys hop on. If you're watching this on the replay, let me know you're watching. If you're watching this from YouTube, I'd love if you'd comment. Let me know that you watched the video. Give me a like and subscribe. So I'm going to go ahead and get my paints out here while I am waiting for a few of you guys to see me here with the notifications. So what I'm going to be using is white chalk paint. Hello, if you're hopping on, say hi. So we're going to be using some white chalk paint, some burnt orange. Hello, Barbara. And black, my apple barrel black. So let's see. And then burlap. So using the burlap for the body. Probably going to need a lot more of that. Okay, and I think that's it. So turn the glue gun on. All right, say hi when you hop on. I'd love to know who is watching. So I'm going to go ahead and start base coating while we are waiting for the rest of our friends to join us here, so you guys can have something to see while we're working. And all right, so hello, Mandy. All right, so I'm going to take my white chalk paint, and I like this little tube here. I've got a big jar of it, and I just been refilling my little jar because it's easier for me to deal with it, so I like it better. So hey guys, it looks like the Craft Around the Clock bunch has joined us. So we are making a scarecrow today. So this is just an old wooden bobbin, and I have several of these. So last time I made one of these into a firecracker for 4th of July. If you'd like to see the replay of that one, you can find it over on my YouTube channel. If you click on my link tree down at the bottom, it'll show you where my link where my YouTube channel is if you would like to subscribe to that. Also shows you my Telegram if you'd like to get a notification when I'm going live. What else? Pinterest, and then also my Etsy shop. So if you'd like to follow me on any of those, just click on that link tree link down at the bottom, and it will take you to all the things. So all right, so we're just going to base coat this with some chalk paint to kind of give it some primer. You could also, if you wanted to spray it, you could also use it like a spray primer, but I usually just use the chalk paint because I like to I don't like doing the spray stuff. I'm not very good at it. So oh, thank you, Carolyn. I appreciate that. All right, so say hi when you hop on. I think I'm seeing all the comments, hopefully. So see, good morning. First time watching from Alabama. Oh, thank you, Carolyn. I am in Southern West Virginia. Thank you, Denise. All right, hopefully I didn't miss anybody's comments. So, but I'm in Southern West Virginia. Always tell everybody our weather. We have a nice sunny day here today. It's supposed to be hot, but we do have a breeze, so that's not bad. All right. So I'll get my paint spread out, trying to even it out. I'm gonna lay that there. I'm gonna have to dry it a little bit, I think, so that we can move on. I was having a hard time deciding what to make today. I started to do a snowman, which we could maybe one day do a snowman with one of these too. So get him dried a little bit so we can move on. So this is going to be his body. He won't have any arms or anything. He's just going to be a big head and body, neck. So, hi guys. If you're watching from the Craft Around the Clock group, hello. I'd love for you to give my page a follow if you'd like to follow me. And if you're watching from my page, be sure you follow the Craft Around the Clock group. I think I meant to put that up in my description and I forgot to do it. Thank you for the sprinkles, guys. Hello, Barbara. Hello, Donna. Nice to see you guys. All right, so I have out way too much chalk paint, so I'm going to put some of this back into my bottle since I just got it out, so it'll still be okay. All right. So my base coat, if you missed me at the very beginning, I just base coated this with white chalk paint. This came from Hobby Lobby. You can also get it on Amazon or I forget. I think Walmart has some. I don't really have a preference on my brand on that. Gosh, I just keep getting my paintbrush in all my paint. The handle of it. Thank you, Carolyn. I appreciate the follows and the sprinkles. So, but if you would like to find my other places, just that link at the bottom, the link tree. If it's blocking your view and you need to move it, it should have a little X up there on the top corner. It may need another coat. Well, I'm going to be painting over it. So we'll see. But yeah, it definitely, if I was going to leave it white, it definitely needs another coat or two. All right, I'm having a rough time with this brush. Somehow I've drug it through all of my other paint on the tray. So, but anyway, it'll be okay. All right, so for his body, it's going to be burlap. This is burlap. It's kind of just a light sandy brown color. You could use anything, you know, kind of like that. But this one's a burlap. So let's see if this doesn't cover, I'll go back and put some more white over that. But I'll probably have to put 2 coats of this for sure. But we'll give it a shot. And I shouldn't really need to do the very end of that, so that'll help because that's going to be covered up. Yeah, some of this top is going to be covered up anyway. And so even if it did peek through a little bit, it's going to be hidden with his hat. And this one had like these old paint lines on it. If you wanted to, you could sand it off to make it smoother if you wanted to fill the cracks in. But he's just going to be an old scarecrow, so he's going to just be a little rustic looking. Most of them are kind of rustic looking, so I'm just putting the burlap color on, trying to make sure I get all the spots. I'm gonna try not to get my brush in all that paint again. Hey Marianne, hope you're enjoying your camping. I haven't seen that color before. Yeah, this one's just from Hobby Lobby. This one's called burlap. And I've been using it for some of my scarecrow projects and seems to be working pretty good. So try to get him dry a little bit. I'll put another coat on, but I think it's covering pretty well. But I love these little dryers. I got this one off Amazon. It's you know, they all make a little bit of noise, but this one's not bad. So, let's see. How's everybody doing today? Everybody doing good? Oh, hey, Vicky. All right. So we've got that. And I'm gonna put a little bit more. I missed a big spot down here at the bottom, which is actually the top. So we're making a scarecrow, you guys. I appreciate all the watches and sprinkles and the follows. I just hit a big milestone. I hit 2,500 followers on my page on Facebook, on my business page. I never dreamed I'd ever have that many. So, and I got it, I think it was yesterday. It was officially yesterday. I was trying to let it go a little bit over because sometimes you lose one or two here or there. But it's got a few over the 2,500 now. So now it's safe to say that I have them. So let me get these. Almost got him covered. And then we're going to give him, I'll probably have to put his hat on first because I'm not sure where to put his eyes and his nose at. So I'll probably have to do his hat first and then just kind of work around that. And I'll show you how we're going to do that. All right, I think it's pretty covered pretty well, and it's going to glare because it's wet, but not bad. Gotta keep an eye on the time too because it goes by so fast. Oh, thanks guys. Yeah, I never dreamed I'd get that far. I don't remember. I think I've had, it's been a slow journey for me, but I think over the course of this year, I think I've gained about 1,000 roughly or so, which I wish that many could watch me at one time, but that's how they go, the algorithms, so. All right, so get him dry. We'll put his hat on, and I'll show you how I do that. I had to experiment a little bit last night to make sure that I got his hat figured out before today. All right, I think it's still a little bit. Let me try to dry the bottom of it a little bit more here where I've got, this is where his hat's going to be at, so how are y'all doing? I know it would be so nice if all of our followers actually got to see us at the same time. It would be amazing. Oh, unfortunately, it doesn't work like that. But anyway, and if you'd like a notice whenever I go live, you can always sign up for my Telegram channel. I am getting better at remembering to use that. So if you'd like to sign up for my Telegram, it's in that link tree link that's down at the bottom. If you click on that, it'll show you all my pages. All right, so here's what it's going to look like. So I'll take it apart so you guys can see how I did it. So this is a piece of homespun fabric, and ideally I would have just used a big square of burlap, but I don't have any. So this is just like off of a roll. So I just cut 2 pieces, and then I'm going to crisscross them. I just kind of eyeballed it, and I just kind of held it on here to see about how long I wanted it to be on each side, because then we're going to fasten it here around the top. So so you're just going to take your piece, and this one, let's see, I cut these about 9.5 inches, but you can cut it however much you would like. If you want them to have a bigger hat, you can do that. So you're just going to crisscross them to where they're going to lay on top of his head, just like this. Just make a T. And I'm going to use this end because this end's got the wider part where he's to hold him up so he can stand. So just crisscross them and then just center that and kind of adjust it where you want. And pull it down. And I'll have to untie this. And then take your, if you wanted something to hold it, I guess you could, I didn't think of this in time, but you guess you could put like a rubber band or something on there to hold it until you can get the ribbon tied around it. But you wouldn't have to necessarily use burlap. You could put another piece of fabric or whatever suits your decor, whatever you'd like to do. So I'm just going to tie this on here. Kind of tie it tight. I'm going to tie it in a knot and then I'll tie it in a bow. So I don't want it to come off. Try to get this where you guys can see. So get it through there. All right. It's got all the nice little strings, so it'll be perfect for our scarecrow, our little rustic scarecrow. All right. Probably fluff this up a little bit more later. All right, so there's our bow. And then go around, and where it's kind of, you know, tied up here, kind of pull it out and fluff it. I don't know how else to describe it, but just kind of pull it out, pull it around, adjust it, and fluff it out to where it's kind of sticks out. So there's that. All right, and then you got these loose pieces you can pull off, or you can leave them on there if you like the way those look. So, but here's so far what we got. And you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to put his hair in there. Let me see if I can go back and, I don't know if that's going to work or not. But what I was going to do, I was just going to use some raffia. Otherwise I'm going to have a bald scarecrow. All right. Let's see if I can get this without messing it up too bad. So I was just going to take it like this. Let's see if I can pull this off. That may not go back on like I wanted it to. All right, so I was just going to lay it on the top. And I didn't do this last night, so I guess that's why I forgot. So I was just going to lay this on the top like this. And then I'll just try to pull this back down over the top of that. If it will go. Oh, it's actually going to work. Oh, I'm surprised. Okay. All right, so there we go. So there's his hair. And we'll need to trim it up just a little bit. And then this side where I looped it, I'm just going to cut those loops open. So there's his hairdo. He's got his hair fixed. And if you wanted to glue this, you could, you know, you could always put a dab of glue on there to hold that if you wanted to make sure that it didn't come off. But I think it will be okay. All right, so now he needs a face. All right, so I'm gonna use just a little flat brush. It's not real big. Just a little flat brush. And I'm gonna do his nose first. It's hard for me to paint and show you guys sometimes like that, so. But what y'all think? How's he so far? Look like a scarecrow? Oops. Okay. Just decide where I want it at. So, just gonna outline it and then kind of go back and fill it in. I'll just do a little bit at a time until I get it how I want it. It's hard to paint under pressure. Oh, I don't know how my friend Terry does it. She paints, well, she teaches classes, and Terry Burton, if you guys follow her, she teaches classes, and then on Sunday nights she does, she paints and auctions off her piece on her page, so probably have to put another coat on there. Let me dry him just a little bit so I can get another coat on there before I move on. His burlap needs touched up just a little bit too, since it's dried better. Let's see. Can't see. Oh, I have glasses, but the ring light glares on that so bad it looks terrible. So I'll just live with it. Oh, thanks, Pam. I hope you guys like this. If you have any of these bobbins laying around or running across any, I think we found these at like one of those got hair on my scarecrow here. The antique stores where they have like the different vendors that have all the different booths in like the antique stores. That's where these came from, was a store like that. And they had a ton of them, so I got a bunch. All right, so I'm going to do his eyes now since I have his nose on there, since I know where the center's going to be. So I'm not good at doing eyes. They're so hard to get even. I can get one like I like it, and then I can't hardly ever get the other one to look like I want it to, so I'll give it a shot here. Let's see. All right, there's one eye. I never get them the same. I always have one bigger than the other. But, all right. He's got eyeballs. So those will need to dry just a little bit, and I'll probably put another coat of the black on that. This is the black I like to use, the Apple Barrel black paint. So far what we've done, we've used the white chalk paint for the base coat, and then his body is burlap. His nose, I forgot to tell you guys, burnt orange. I love the burnt orange for pumpkins or anything like that in the fall. It's one of my favorite ones to use. It covers really well. So burnt orange, the black. I think that's it. I'll probably go back and I'll have to use a little bit of white to finish his eyes and maybe trim out some on his nose. But so I'm going to give him some eyebrows. So this is the 30/0 brush. This one takes some getting used to, so you just have to practice with it. I'm still not the best with it, but I can do eyebrows and stuff like that. So I'm just gonna, I got it, my paint on there, and I'm just gonna get it where you guys can see. Just give him a little eyebrow. So there's his little eyebrows. Clean that off. He needs some cheeks. All right, so I use Country Red. I just need a little drop of this. And then I'm going to take, have my scruffy stiff brush. Get a little bit of paint on there. So get a little bit of paint on there and kind of rub it around on my plate. Then I'm going to dab it off like that. So, thanks, Elizabeth. I hope you guys like it. If you make one, I'd love for you to send me a picture and show me what you did. Let's see. So, I'm going to just, on each side kind of his nose there, where his cheeks would be, I'm just going to kind of swirl, scratch some of this on here. It's not real dark. You can always add more. So there is one cheek. Do the other cheek. All right, so there's his cheeks. Kind of wipe the brush off. I don't want to get it wet in case I need to use it again. Hey, Terry. We're doing the scarecrow. I got carried away last night and I made, let's see, which way do I need to go? I painted that scarecrow there last night on a gas tin and watched your class video from this week. All right, so what else do I need? I need to do his mouth. That's the scary part for me too, is the mouth. All right, so I'm going to use the big liner brush again, and I'm just going to give him a mouth. Hopefully it won't slip on me. All right. I'm going to give him a little open mouth. I'm not good at this brush at all, but I try. Let's see. All right. So there's his little mouth. His mouth is kind of open a little bit. And I'm just going to put his little smile on there. So there's his little smile. How are we doing on time? I think we're doing okay. All right, I'm going to put a little bit of brown on my plate just to shade with. This is called milk chocolate. I'm just going to use a little bit of that. If I have any, I'm just about out. All right, so I'm going to shade around his nose a little bit. So just put a little bit on the corner. I'm just going to go around, shade around his nose a little bit. I don't know if y'all probably can't see it very well on the screen, but it's on there, I can tell. So, all right, his eyes have dried, so let me put a little bit more on his eyeballs. All right, so got a little bit more on his eyes. And I need a little bit of white, so I'm just going to use the, this is my main white that I use, the Snow Titanium white. Let's see, put that in a different spot. All right, am I missing anything? I know Terry can write so pretty with that brush, and I can barely make eyebrows on something with it. I still have trouble with the mouth with it. Oh, thanks, Terry. Yeah, I have, oh, I'm not good at, I definitely couldn't do the lettering with it. All right, let me see. I'll probably go back and do a little more shading later, maybe. Let's see. So I'm going to put some white on the brush, and then I'm going to just give him some, like, a little bit of like a plaid nose. So I'm just making lines. Okay. Then I'm going to go back the other way. little bit more. All right, so there's his nose. All right, I am going to try to outline around his nose just a little bit since I have some time. So I'm just going to try to shade a little bit underneath his nose, down the side of it. And so has anybody got their fall decor out yet? I haven't, well, I guess I can't say I officially have decorated for fall, but I have bought a few fall things, and when I got them, I just went ahead and set them out, so. So anyway, so I do have some fall out, but just a little bit. I don't want to rush it. I'm not looking forward to winter at all. I'm going to do a little bit under his eyes. It seemed like it took so long before it was finally nice weather here this year. It was so cold for so long. It seemed like it was June before it ever really warmed up. So I'm not really looking forward to the winter. Oh, thanks, Terry. You've not done any decorating yet? I like the decor. I just don't want the weather to turn off cold. I know a lot of people are having a lot of heat right now, but we're not. An old bobbin. I got these at like an antique store where you have like all the different vendors that have all the booths. I got it there. You could probably find them on eBay or somewhere like that too if you don't have anything local. So I'm taking a little bit of white on the corner, and I'm going to give his eyes a little bit of white down there at the bottom. And need a little bit more for the other side. Didn't quite have enough. So anywhere that's got like a consignment mall or like antique mall kind of place like that would probably have some. You could probably improvise. I would say that if you wanted to, you could probably do the same thing with like a paper towel holder or a paper towel roll, or maybe even a toilet paper roll. You could also do the same thing with, okay, Terry, I'll see you probably later. What else was I going to say? Oh, rolling pin, like a rolling pin. If you have old rolling pins, you could still do it, and then just, you know, set him up in a crock jar or something like that. He would still be cute like that too. And then you could paint the ends different colors. And you could still do the hat. You could just stick the handle through the hat, make a hole in your cloth or whatever you use for the top, and it would still work like that. So, all right, for my pupils, I like to just use the end of a paintbrush and dab it into my white. Dab a little bit of that off. And then I'm going to put his pupil up here. I want it to be a little bigger. So there's his eyes. But yeah, improvise. You wouldn't necessarily have to have one of these. You could use the paper towels, the toilet paper rolls, rolling pins, anything that's kind of this shape. You could probably even do like, would be cute to do like a mason jar, and just, you know, he would just be a little wider and shorter, but do the same concept. Do the hat on the top, and then have his face, and it would still work like that too. So Wouldn't necessarily have to do the wood bobbins or spindles. Oh, hi Denise. I am in southern West Virginia. So there he is. I've still got like 10 minutes. I probably won't do much. I might do a little bit of shading down there at the bottom of him, like right here. Just to give him a little bit of definition there. It's supposed to get 100 today with a heat index of 110. Oh my goodness. I think we're supposed to be around 80 something, but to here 80 here is hotter. It's hard to explain. It's still hot, just about as hot, but if we got to 90 here, it'd be terrible. It's just it's a different kind of heat, I guess, depending on where you live at, but so it is definitely going to be hot today here too, but not as bad as that. Bad enough, but not that bad. So I'll just add a little bit of the brown down there. And there's that. I'll probably go back. I don't know if I'll do it right this minute, but outline his nose with some black, a little bit of black around his outside of his nose, and put some little X's for stitches. No, this is an old like wooden bobbin. Let me show you, because I've got a bazillion of them. This is what he started out like. So here's the before and here's the after. So this is what I used, but anything that's sort of that shape, you could use anything. Oh, I forgot to I was going to put some little kind of eyelashes at the bottom of his eyeballs. I forgot about that. Let's see. Of course, I didn't get enough paint. Never fails. All right. All right, I just gave him some little lashes there at the bottom of his eyes. So, all right, I'm going to try to do around the edge of his nose, since we still have some time. And there's that. If you'd like to follow my page, you can just click on where it says Charmed Southern Home. Give me a follow. I'll be doing a live sale Sunday night on Virtual Home Decor Marketplace. If you go over to my page, I'm sure there'll be a post there with that on there, or I can let you know what that link is again. I'll be selling live there on Sunday evening. I think I'm on at like 8:15 Central Time. So if you'd like to come and watch, and there'll be other live sellers Saturday as well, and on Sunday evening. Oh, thanks, Marianne! Yay! So you can find it there if you'd like to go and watch some live craft sales. Everybody has really cute stuff, so we would love to have you come over there and join us. All right, so I think I am going to put, I might try to stuff a little bit, well, let's see. I might use a little Excelsior for his hat. Rather than try to fight with that raffia. I should have put this on before I tied the bow. I never thought of it until after. I'm going to try to just stuff some of this back in behind his hat bow. His or her, whichever you want. But would love if you guys would come over there and see us there as well. We have special events and stuff that we do. So, all right, so there's a little bit of Excelsior on top of his hat, and you buy the Excelsior, it's in the section with the Spanish moss at Hobby Lobby. It's in the same section, just kind of looks like hay, kind of. And then, I don't know, I wasn't sure about the sunflower, but what do y'all think? Sunflower or no? And I also have some rusty bells and safety pins. I could just put a little bell, or I could do that down there around his neck. And then I have another piece of homespun, just a strip of homespun. I'm going to just use that around his neck for his scarf. So put that there where y'all can see. And I'm just going to tie it in a bow. So what do y'all think? Yes on the sunflower? And then she's a she, yes. This one's not quite long enough. Probably needed a little bit longer piece of fabric, but for now, give you an idea. I'll find me a bigger piece and change it out. So yes on the sunflower. Okay. So let me see here. Alright, so I bought these on Amazon. It came in a bag of these little sunflowers, and they don't have wires on them or anything. They just have the little piece at the bottom. When I use them on things where I'm going to glue, I usually cut that off so it'll lay flatter. So I just take my wire cutters and I just snip that off. Oops, and it goes flying. We'll find that later. So there we go. You just got to remember and be careful. The pupils are still going to be wet for a while, so just remember, don't grab him by the eyeballs. So, alright, so here is this. Let me get my glue started here. Alright, it's probably good. Alright, let me see. Alright. So there's his sunflower. Alright, I think he's turned out pretty good. I'll find a bigger bow for him and post a picture so you guys can see him. I'll take a better picture outside or something. That way you guys can see, and he wasn't too hard to make after all. So this is what he looked like before, and now here's the after. So I definitely will put a bigger bow on there. I might put a wider, I might make it a little bit wider too. But he's a cute little decor. You could set it on the top of your tier tray, on your fireplace mantle, just in a little corner. He wouldn't take up a lot of room. So before to after. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you have any questions about it, let me know. You can comment, or you're welcome to message me. So I hope you enjoyed our scarecrow. The back of him is kind of naked there. I might have given him a little bit more hair on that side. That would have helped a little bit, but you won't be seeing that side anyway. So there he is. I hope you guys, if you make one, I would love to see it. It doesn't have to be a bobbin. Like I said, you could use a mason jar, the same concept. Any kind of, even, yeah, if you have like PVC pipe, that would even work. Something, you know, spray it or whatever you need to prime it so you can paint on the plastic. Paper towel roll, toilet paper roll. You can make a whole little family with them. So, alrighty guys, I'm going to hop off. Be sure you follow me. And if you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them. And I think up after me on Craft Round the Clock is Rekindled Blessings. So be sure to go over there and refresh your screen. And she will pop on there in just a couple of more minutes. So I will see you again. I think I'm on Craft Around the Clock again on Tuesday. And Tuesday is my birthday. So I hope you guys can come back and see me on my birthday. All right. Have a great day, everybody. And I will be on Sunday night if you'd like to join me over on the marketplace. Bye, everybody.